There's no better way to show your love than to hand-make items for the new baby coming into your life. Baby bibs are a quick, easy and cost-efficient way to show this love. Step 1. Choosing a bib pattern and fabric. 1. Trace a bib pattern. Bib patterns are easy to make yourself. Make sure you draw neck straps about an inch wide to leave room for the snaps on each end. Baby bibs should be about 10.75 inches from top to bottom, 8.5 inches from side to side, 11 inches around the neck. 2. Find a bib pattern online. As easy as bib patterns are to make yourself, you may want to use one already tested out. 3. Choose fabric that is good for a baby. Pick something soft and absorbent, like terry cloth or one called minky fabric. Minky is extra soft for wiping around baby's mouth. Look for cotton fabric, since it won't irritate your baby's skin and is hypoallergenic. Step 2. Cutting out the pieces. 1. Pin the pattern to your first piece of fabric. You will need 2 pieces of fabric total, one for each side of the bib. Pin your pattern parallel to the perimeter of the fabric with sewing pins that are spaced about 4 inches apart. 2. Cut the fabric around your pattern. It's best to use scissors designed for and used solely on fabric. Simply cut the fabric around your pin pattern with sharp scissors, so it doesn't fray. 3. Repeat step 2 and 3 with your second piece of fabric. Use a complementary pattern for the fabric on the back of your bib. You can also use the same fabric you decided to use for the front. 4. Pin both fabric pieces together. Take both pieces of cut fabric and lay them together so the right sides are facing each other. Place your pins parallel to the edges and about an inch from the perimeter. Place as many pins as you think is necessary to keep the fabric pieces securely together. Step 3. Sewing the bib together. 1. Sew around your bib, but leave a gap at the bottom. Use a sewing machine to stitch around the pinned pieces of fabric. Place your stitch as close to the edges as possible. Do not sew all the way round the bib. Leave 2 inches of space open at the bottom. 2. Turn the bib right side out. Grab a hold of the 2 inches you left open at the bottom, and turn the fabric right side out. This may take a bit of tugging around the neck straps, since they're not as wide as the body of the bib. 3. Iron the bib flat. To make the next steps easier, it's best to iron your bib flat. The 2 pieces of fabric may have a gap between them and look wrinkled after you turn them right side out. Smooth them down with your hands first. Then use a properly heated iron to flatten out the fabric thoroughly. For cotton fabric, use high heat. For polyester cotton blends, use medium heat. 4. Sew a top stitch all around the bib. Now that your bib is right side out, you can sew all the way around it. Sew a top stitch 1/8 of an inch from the edges with your sewing machine. It will make your bib look professional and put together. Keep the following things in mind. Use an all-purpose thread. Adjust the tension on your machine so it is not too loose or too tight. Make your stitches 3 mm wide. Don't backstitch to secure the top stitch. Shorten the stitch length as much as possible towards the end instead. 5. Attach snaps with snap pliers. Plastic snaps are great to use on baby bibs, because they don't weigh as much as metal ones, and snap pliers will quickly and easily attach snaps to your baby bib. Make sure you attach snaps on opposite sides of each neck end. Place each snap a ½ inch from the tip of each neck end and center them. Place the appropriate plastic stud on the fabric and use your pliers to secure it in place.